Yeah. I'll pick up Andy right now. So don't curse. Just kidding.
I'll try not to. I'm actually not a person.
All right. Somebody might have to check to see if you might check and see if I'm live. I don't have any viewers yet. I will have to. Oh, no, don't worry. I don't know. Brotherton first. I assume it's alphabetical. We'll find out. Oh, I guess so, yeah.
They all need to turn around that way.
Yes, you're right. Joey!
How many seniors you guys got?
12. 11 varsity, 1 JV. Whoever's calling has got a great voice for this. Yeah. Sounds like a professional. It was the last of the old jerseys. That's right. Yeah, that's a good call, yeah. Well, with this group. Hey, Dom. We're done.
I assume he's over there.
Oh yeah.
Hope so.
Doug wearing his typical t-shirt coat.
Where's the hat? He needs to rock the hat.
Oh, I know. That's the guy that does the blue.
He's really good. It might be. Still tempting. Retry one. Yeah. It's back. It's back.
If it works at all, we'll let it go. What do you want to do? Take it out and then. Look at that hair! Holy moly! I should have thrown out the video recording.
This is better anyway. It's too, we're not going to see a whole game maybe. There's some smart kids in this class.
Yeah.
I know at least Aiden, Brady, and Dom are all super smart. I don't know. Those are the ones I know the best, but.
They hang out with some smart kids. Maybe not. Reconnected. I think you see. And Barney. Well, picked up by looks to dish it.
Pass it up, picked up by Westerville, but sent back in by Alexander. Chipped ahead. Picked up by Clevenger at center ice. Chipped in. Kimballton. Blocked by 44. Save. Puck is carrying around into the Zamboni corner. Clevenger clears it out. And we will not have an ice. Picked up by Westerville all the way down. Cleared out. Picked up by Ferrari at the center ice. He sends it in. Clevenger chasing it in. But crisscross they come. Send it all the way back. In. As Riley takes it out. Face-off drop, sent forward side, picked up by Martin. Martin behind the net, ships it up, gets it to 25, gets it around, gets it to 97. 97 tries to get it out of his feet. Martin picks up the puck, attacks, shot by number 13. Blocked aside, 20 aside. Picked up by Humphreys. Here it comes, one-on-one. Got a trailer though. Gets around the one. Can he get a stick down? No. Humphreys fights off his man, sends the center it to Eric. Eric trying to find it, but his stick is lifted. Stick to side, and Westfield goes behind the net. Cuts, reverses, and here they come for the breakout. Watch that cross pass. Tries to get it. Here comes Martin. Tries to exit the zone with it, but not enough. Picked up on the board side, sent across. Barber, first man there. Tries to get a stick up. Drops it off to Martin. Martin eats a check in the back. Mid call and sent in. No ice. Nope, we do have an icing call.
Strict application.
I am not liking the fact that these refs are not raising their arms. All right, got a line change. Owen, Francis, Alexander, Brotherton, and Ferrari on the ice now. Mason sends it low, picked up by Alexander. Alexander tries to get up the boards, but nobody there. Stick to side, picked up by Francis. Tries to get it across, but knocked aside by Westerville. Ferrari on the board side. Again, knocked over. Owen trying to dig it out, still stuck on the boards. Stick to side, tries to get it across. We got a shot in, save. Picked up by Westerville, they go left and right. Shot in, stick to side. Into the corner, Brotherton after it. Tries to dig, stuck in the corner there. Still there. Picked up by Westerville. They tried to get it across, but Ferrari sticks it aside. Mason goes for a hit, and Ferrari picks up the loose puck. Here comes Ferrari, busting in, sends it into the corner. Francis, first man there. Gets a hit. Tries to get Alexander on there, but couldn't get enough of it. Stick aside by Ferrari. Ferrari gets himself a good hit. And they clear the zone. Westerville picks it up at center ice. Chips it in, picked up by Alexander. Alexander gets it across, but knocked into the feet. Save. Just wide. Oh, Kimballton couldn't get it. Bounced off the back of his foot. Stick play here at 12:46. A tripping penalty. We're going to have some 5-on-3 action. At 12:21, got a full minute and 35 seconds of 3-on to draw this time. No ice change for the lines. Picked up by Kimballton. Sends it up to Eric. Eric walking the blue line. Sends it low to 88. 88 sends it to 25. 25 to 13. Waits. Tries to see if something's going to develop. Gets the shot off, but blocked. Oh, covered. I don't know. Oh, puck got loose. Eric gets it back over to 13. 13 takes a rip, but blocked. Save. Oh, no. It got over. Oh, we got ourselves a scuffle. 88. Got himself in a great shot. Unbelievably, that was our first shot on net for the period. 11:55 on the clock. And it's a goal. And we're discussing how many people we need to put in the box. Kimbleton's in there, trying to figure out how much time is going to have to go on this. And it looks like Eric's going to have to join him. This might be a 2 and a 10. 97 joining him in the bench as well. Are they throwing that full power play line in there? So far, we've got 3 Hilliard players in there and only 2 Westerville players. Captain talking to the ref, trying to figure out how much time is going to be served. A third Westerville player joins the bench, or joins the penalty box. I don't know if we're going to have some 3-on-3 hockey or if we're going to have some 5-on-4 hockey.
How
Or
often do you see 3-on-3 in regulation? No. Yeah, I hope it's at least 4-on-4. I don't want to see.
I don't know. This is set.
I'm not sure if these referees are trying too hard to make an impact. Send the 2 off.
All depends if they consider these offsetting.
Yeah, there might not be any penalties.
Still trying to do the math. Someone send the referee a calculator.
Because if it's that complicated, you've got to say to yourself, what is it I'm trying to call? This is a high school game.
We're already 30 minutes late. I hope whoever was playing after us got enough rest for tomorrow. And we're still trying to figure out, we might as well get some duct tape and put some numbers on who's going to step out of the ice first. 5-on-4 hockey. Someone send the penalty box some Post-it notes, or at least a dry erase marker so they can figure out when everybody's getting out. And we're still waiting. There was a scuffle, but it went behind the pillar, so we couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I really said she saw somebody slamming their stick in a broke, and that was about it. Jason said somebody.
Yeah, and I think Riley jumped in to defend, and that gave him an extra man. That's as far as I can tell. But not escalated enough for anybody to get game misconduct. Referee is still trying to explain who is going to be getting out of the box first. If it's going to be who, what, or where. Wallem decides to take a vacation.
It's getting lonely.
All right, 4-on-5 hockey. Kimbleton, Riley, and Eric serving penalties in the box. Humphreys getting ready to take the face-off. Flanked left and right by Clevenger and Watkins. Barber and Martin holding up the blue line. 11:55 on the clock. And looks like we might be playing some hockey. Here we go. 88 is ready. Whoop. Watkins, a little bit of a too hyper. He wanted to play hockey too much. And now we're confused.
Here we go.
Guys in the box off of Hilliard. So how are we skating 4-on-4 or something? Here we go again with confusion.
All right. Trying to figure out what's going on here. And we're pausing again.
Maybe the third one wouldn't be any help, right? Might be worse. It could be. Could be.
All right, whistle is blown. Let's figure out what we're doing. It is 4-on-4 hockey. 62 leaving the ice now. 88 face off. Sent back to 13. 13 waits. Passes it up to 95. 95 tries to get it across. Picked up by Westerville. Here they come. Shot and saved. Currently being outshot 4-1. But our one has been a goal. Defensive zone face-off, 88, stepping up. Face-off is sent back into the corner. Barber after it. Chipped up, picked up by Westerville. Westerville with a save. Wallem kicks it aside, picked up by Barber. Barber goes around, picked up, centered, save. Can he get the backup? No, only one shot in that series. Puck on the board side. Chipped up to the blue line, sent in, but wide. 95 picks it up on the far side, sends it low. Barber waits, sends it back to 95. 95 carries it up, gets himself a little bit of breathing room. Gains center ice, chases it up the near side, tries to get a shot off, but stick aside. Martin picks it up on the blue line, gets himself some room and exits the zone. Martin tries to get around, but sticked aside. Got his own, recovered his own misplaced puck. Goes behind the net. Watkins joins him. Round he goes. Chipped up the boards. Watkins gets around his man. Tries to get it in. Gets it over the center, the blue line. Chip. Shot on net. 62. 62 tries to get it. 95 picks it up. Gains the zone. And now we are on a penalty kill. 95 on the forecheck. Knocked it into the corner. 95 behind the net. Knocks over one man. But picked up by Westerville. Westerville gains the zone. Alexander on the attack. Westerville pulls up. Clevenger tries to get it. Stick aside into the feet. Clevenger gets it across the 62. 62. Up to Martin. Martin gains the blue line. Followed by Kimbleton from the penalty box. Martin ships it in front, but nobody there. Here comes Westerville. Up the far boards. Alexander on the attack, but the player got around him. Sticked aside by Martin, but Westerville keeps it inside the zone. Sent to the near side, but sent wide. Picked up by 13 behind the net, but Westerville still has a piece of it. Alexander grabs the puck, ships it up to Kimbleton. Kimbleton on the run. Tries to get it around somebody. He does. Dangles, shot, but sticked up into the glass. Kimbleton tries to get a second shot. Eats a check for his effort. And we have the whistle at 9:09. Save and frozen by the goalie. 5-on-5 hockey. Alexander and Ferrari on the blue line. Mason and Brotherton wait for their center to step in. Francis getting ready. On the top of the circle, Owen takes the face off. And we have a question from the scorekeeper. All right, game on. Here comes the puck. Picked up by Westerville. Here they come. Sent across. Ferrari on the attack. Stick to side save. Covered. Alexander asking for some relief. Wallen steps in to relieve him. Wong as well to relieve Ferrari. Mason back on the dot. Kimbleton and Francis. Face off is won by Wallen. Sent over to Francis. Francis tries to get it over to Owen. Owen chips it ahead. Here comes Brotherton on the forecheck into the offensive zone. Behind the net, Westerville carries the puck. Stepped up. Here they come. Sticked aside by Mason. But Westerville regains the puck. Shot in, but saved. And we have a whistle and a wait as the forward line changes. Wong and Wallen still staying in for the defensive end. Watkins, Clevenger, and Kimbleton out for the face-off. Kimbleton steps to the dot. Face-off is pushed ahead, picked up by Westerville, shot in, and covered. Currently being outshot 3-9. But thankfully, Wallen's been pretty steady. 48 back on the dot. Watkins making too much movement, distracting the ref. Stuck on the penalty on the dot. Westerville tries to get a stick on it. Picked up by Kimbleton, though. Chipped up the glass, knocked off of the shoulder of the player. Kimbleton kicks it ahead into the center ice. Kimbleton carries it in, gets around man, sends it forward. Picked up by 95. Levenger knocks it up, but he is shacked. Lost the puck. Here comes Westerville on the attack. Gets around one man. Wallen slows him down. Picked up by Wong, who sends it over to Kimbleton. Kimbleton waiting. Chips it ahead. Tries to get on the 95 stick, but he knocks it down. No ice. Goalie comes out. Chips it up to his defensive man. Almost 62, but knocked him into the corner. Whoa, 62 trying to get himself another hit. We'll count it. 95 knocks it low. Picked up by 62. 62 centers it. Gets to the 48. 48 shot wide. 95 picks the puck up on the board side, gets it over to Wong. Wong gets it low. Kimbleton can't get a piece on it. 48 knocked off of his rocker. Puck goes into the Zamboni corner off the high glass and caroms weirdly back towards the goalie. We got a broken stick. Wallen sends it low. Round the net. Francis couldn't handle it. Picked up by 48 behind the net. Centered. Shot in by 21. Beautiful behind the net work by Kimbleton. And Francis gets himself a goal from the backside. Whose broken stick was that? Everybody had a stick, so whose broken stick was that?
Someone came back to the bench and grabbed one.
Gotcha.
It was one of our guys.
That was out there for a long time. All right. Humphreys taking the dot, but we're called off. Kicked off. Francis going to take the dot now. Barney off to his left. Francis gets it to the bench side. Chipped in by 88. Into the Zamboni corner it goes. Francis on the forecheck. Puck is bouncing off of the dasher. 88. Dan goes around one man. Tries to get it around his other. And it is stuck on the boards. They're trying to dig for gold. Picked up by Westerville. Westerville sends it north. Can they get it over the blue line? Barber steps in. Here they come. 2-on-1. Barber on the back check. Send way over. Picked up by Humphreys. Humphreys coming in. Dan goes around one man. Fights off, but gets the shot off. 6:22 left in the period. Slowly but surely crawling back in the shot count. And we got a full ice change. Alexander and Ferrari on the blue line. Mason taking the dot. Luke taking the slot. And Brotherton haunting the top of the circle. Westerville being punished for not changing quickly enough. Mason gets ready. Face off is one to Brotherton. Brotherton sends it up to Alexander. Alexander sends it forward. Stick to side by Mason, but knocked into the neutral zone by Westerville. Ferrari sends it up the boards to Luke. Luke tries to get it across. Picked up by Alexander. Alexander gains the line. Gets around one man. Goes up board side. Tries to get around the other. Dangles still. Gets it to Luke. Luke centers it up to 33. 33. Shot, but blocked. Picked up by Mason. Sent into the boards. He knocks the stick away. Mason still has the puck. Gets it up to Ferrari. Nope. Stick to side. Here they come. 1-on-1 with Ferrari coming back on the back check. Stick to side by 8. And somehow 8 knocks down 2 players for his efforts. Luke tries to get it out. Picked up by Mason. Picked up by Luke. Gets around one man. Luke skating to behind the net. Brotherton hands it off. Brotherton, can you get a shot? No. Behind the net it goes. Sent over to into the Zamboni corner. Luke on the forecheck. Sent all the way around. Ferrari can get to a piece of it. No. Here's got one-on-one again. Wallen steps up, knocks it aside, gets it to Kimbleton, but we might have no ice. No ice, no ice. 48 tries to get himself a hit, but knocked down for his efforts. Westerville sends it all the way around the corner. Chipped up, picked up by Wallen at the blue line. Sends it low, and it caroms around the net. 95 tries to get the puck. Can't get a stick on the ice. Playing some hockey with his feet. Wallen sends it up the boards, picked up by Kimbleton. Kimbleton stumbles, gets it around a man, but knocked aside. Westerville regains the puck. And we got a long one. And now we get a whistle. That was the weirdest waste of time. 3-0, 4:30 left in the second period. Number 22 joins the ice for the first time in a long time. Kimbleton about to take the dot. Clevenger haunting the top of the circle. Long and Wallen on the blue line. Picked up by, shot in. Dolanowski just couldn't get in front of it enough to block the goalie. 95, Haunton trying to get his second shot. Round in the Zamboni corner, picked up by Westerville. Westerville stops it, but Kimbleton couldn't get a hold of it. Here it comes, Wallen picks it up in the neutral zone. Gets it up. Dolanowski couldn't handle it. Westerville trying to push it up the near side. Passed in, and we got ourselves a little bit of a change. Brotherton steps in. Long at the blue line. Shot in, but knocked down by Westerville. Long stretch pass for Westerville. But we got sticks being lifted, and 13. And we've got a penalty. Long joining the crowd in the penalty box. I don't know if it was a slash or a high stick or a hold. But we were on the penalty kill. Francis and Barney joined Martin and Barber out to kill this penalty. 21 taking the dot. Face off is dropped. Picked up by Westerville on the near boards. Knocked aside. Can Francis get it out? Yes, he can. Francis on the run. Can he get it around the man that died for it? Francis chopped it off the side of the net. Behind the net, here it comes Barney, but sticked aside by Westerville. Francis on the forecheck. Gets himself a hit. And Westerville carries it in. Into the neutral zone, but everybody's skating past the puck. Gain the center line. Francis gets another piece of it. Sticked aside. Here comes 13 to get it all the way, but not deep enough. Westerville gains it in their defensive zone. Waits, chips it ahead. 13 grabs it and sends it all the way down. Barney tries to get a piece of it, but not enough. Here comes Westerville on the attack. Dropped off, but Francis grabs the puck, gets it up. 86 on the run. One-on-one. Can you get around the man? Shot in. Wide. 21 on the forecheck. Puck comes all the way over. Martin picks it up in the defensive zone. Sends it all the way down, just wide. We can't count that as a shot. 95 run. Couldn't get a stick on the ice. Almost had a chance there. Here comes Westerville on the near side. Holds up. Shot in and saved. 31 seconds left in the penalty kill. 2:21 left on the full clock. Martin and Barber are taking a breather. And Ferrari and Wallen coming out to help them out. 48 takes the draw. Face-off is contested. Still contested. Picked up by Kimbleton. Shifts it up to 95. 95 Clevenger coming up the boards. Dropped off to Kimbleton. Kimbleton get around his man. Stick aside, but not picked off by Kimbleton. Kimbleton dangles around one. Gets the shot off. 2:02 on the clock. And here comes Westerville on the attack. Ferrari ships it aside. Sticked aside by Wallen. Save. Bouncing puck, bouncing puck. 48 grabs the puck and gets it out of the zone. And Huang coming on the attack out of the box. Westerville crosses the line and gets a shot off, but blocked. Save. Puck is loose. 40 had himself a block in that sequence, but the puck still somehow squeaked in. Oh, and we got ourselves a scuffle. Hold it. Wow. That penalty box is not big enough for everybody. And we're going to have ourselves another pause of play to try and do the math. All right. Refs are going to have themselves a discussion, and we're going to stop for a breather. It's a good thing to see a defenseman get all the way in front of that goalie. And a senior. And we return to 5-on-5 hockey. What? I don't know. Face off one. Barber sends it all the way around the net. Picked up by 95. 95 tried to center it, but blocked away by Westerville. Westerville waits. Gets a stretch pass. Picked up by 14. 13 tries to get away from his man and succeeds. Tries to get away from the second man. Gets it over to 44. 44 across to 95. Gains the zone. Waits. Stops on the boards. Gets it up to 13, but it's ricocheted over his stick and out of the zone. 13 gets an escape. Gets around one man. Gets around the second. Can he get around the third? Maybe. Dumped in and going for a change. Alexander joining the ice for the first time in a while. Behind the net, Brotherton pushed the pucks into the Zamboni corner. Gets himself a hit. 22 seconds left on the clock. 95, can he get it around? No, but knocked in. Oh no, we might not have a goal. Waved off, the net was knocked off its moorings. No goal. A frustrating moment. 18 seconds left in the period. Mason taking the dot. Dolowski on the board side. Luke hot in the circle. Ferrari and Alexander waiting on the blue line. And Westville gets their centerman kicked out. Face off. One. Westville sends it out. 12 seconds left. Here they come on the rush. Shot in, wide. Dolowski on the boards. Gets himself a hit. Mason carries it behind the net. 1 second left. And we have a period. Score is 4-0, and we pause for a Zamboni break. If we get one.